Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. They're going to look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. And that's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock a ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball magnet.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is brought in at the 21. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Looking to throw. Reeves throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On the give, this is Drake. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
from the gun on third down. Reeves. That is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. It's the fullback, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. A try here for the extra point. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out come the Raiders, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play. That's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
White Monday down. Later 9.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Throwing now is Carr. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Fielded just inside the 20. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs. Punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, Everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Carr now on first down. And he finds Tyler Croft. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Carr gives to Richard. And an alley to run. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson. From the gun, it's Carr. Connects it to Roberts, right side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And it's a 14-yard pickup, but it'll still be second down.
Here we go. Go, go. 29.
On second down, here's Carr. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now, Carr again. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Carr now 4 of 5 since coming on. It's 1st and 10. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
6-18.
Throwing on first down, it's Carr. And it's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Reeves. Room to run past midfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 34.
Ohio! Ohio!
Operating from the gun. Reeves. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
On 1st down, they're going option left. Shedding the tackle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. In for the score. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
6-18.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
7:34.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. The Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Carr to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Norris. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. Carr now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Richard. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. And it'll be 4th down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Back to throw. Reeves. And the Raiders have got him.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, Reeves. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun, Reeves. He's going to look deep. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Reeves. being chased out left. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up one in the back.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
On first down, Reeves. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. As his guys are in for 6, and the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got it.
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This is fielded a couple yards deep. It's a foot race. And finally, he's out of bounds, but not before a great return. He's all the way inside the 30. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll run with Drake. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Right back to Drake. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Again, it's Balaj. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
He may try and run for this. And the ball is knocked out. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Reeves. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter, it's a good running back dive play.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. He can run for it, and he will. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. On now the Miami field goal unit. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
To try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 23 yards on the play. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. This is Richard. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Minkah Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first-round pick out of Alabama.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Down, 180. 734.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on 3rd downs, and it's costing them.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Low, low, low.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And that's complete to Croft. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A first down carry here for Johnson. And past the 30 down to about the 27. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On the ground, Richard down right around the 25. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
4 down, 4 down. Alert. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
Carr. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says try something different, try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Richard. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Raiders on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come up in an offset eye. They'll run it with Johnson. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'll be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Pinheiro now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Oh, the spin. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football?
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Let's go! Red 38!
Now a handoff looking right. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Reeves. And he's got his target. That's more. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Now Balaj. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Second down, here's an option right. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to the 25. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And his kick is indeed good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now Carr, and he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
4 down, 4 down. 53's the mic. 53.
Shotgun now for Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Norris. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Carr now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
808. Mike, 42.
From the gun, Carr. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Check, 42. Deuce right. 42.
Now a play fake here on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Norris. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
6-18. 36.
Now a play fake. Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Norris. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Hey, here we go. Go. Get set. Low. Here we go, check it.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Carr, got to have this one. That is caught at the 7. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Again, it's Carr. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Pinheiro now to kick this one away. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down.